At Sierra, discover top workout gear at incredible prices, which might lead to another discovery. Your headphones haven't been connected this whole time. Awkward. Discover top brands at unexpectedly low prices. Sierra, let's get moving.
When did making plans get this complicated? It's time to streamline with WhatsApp, the secure messaging app that brings the whole group together. Use polls to settle dinner plans. Send event invites and pin messages so no one forgets Mom's 60th. And never miss a meme or milestone. All protected with end-to-end encryption. It's time for WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone. Learn more at whatsapp.com.
Candice Lim.
And I'm Kate Lindsay. And you're listening to ICYMI.
In case you missed it.
Slate's podcast about internet culture. And Candice, count yourself lucky that you are a Los Angelino. Is that what they say? Do they say that?
Yeah, sure. Los Angelinos. Yeah. The chosen ones, yeah.
Yeah. Because there is a cursed object that has descended on the streets of New York City.
Okay, is it a Waymo car? Is it one of those boxy robots that deliver your food?
Not yet, but I've heard Waymos are coming, and my God, good luck to them. All the luck in the world. But no, in this particular instance, I'm talking about a baseball hat, and this hat says thinking on it in like a Times New Romanesque font. It looks very weathered and 90s and sophisticated. I'll give you a hint that it is merch.
Oh.
Do you have any guesses as to what it is merch for? What company is selling this hat?
Okay, thinking, hat. My brain kind of goes to like New Yorker trying to sell totes while giving you the subscription. Is it like a newspaper, a media org? Those don't exist anymore, but like something like that?
No, it is not, because there are none, as you've said, yes.
That's right.
No. In fact, I would argue it's the opposite of that. It is Claude.
Oh.
Claude is an AI assistant. It is built by Anthropic. Anthropic, who you may have heard from our episode about using authors' works to train their AI, aka Claude. They actually recently just settled that class action copyright lawsuit for $1.5 billion. And yeah, now they have hats.
Oh, my God. And what's actually kind of gross is that lawsuit was about like using pirated books to train Claude their AI. You know who does a lot of thinking? Authors. Interesting.
Certainly not AI.
That's right. What also sucks is that I did take a peek at this cap when you told me about it. Truly, it kind of looks like, Harry Styles, he has like this brand. It's called Pleasing.
Yeah.
And the font of it all, I mean, that Pleasing, the brand, they sell like vibrators and lube. So a part of me was like, okay, we're also thinking. No.
Yeah, thought daughter. No, oh my God, I wish. Literally anything would be better because like you said, it is ironic for an AI assistant to be hawking a hat that says thinking for so many reasons.
Right.
But it is also annoying because this is just one example of tech companies' recent efforts to make AI and like this AI merch a kind of status symbol.
Okay.
Today on the show, the companies trying to make AI trendy and how all of New York City is revolting against them. This podcast is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game, shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill, too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help you find options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Emmy Award winner Kerry Washington returns as Dr. Virginia Edwards in Audible's supernatural thriller, The Prophecy, Season 2. The battle between good and evil reaches new heights in this heart-pounding sequel that pushes the fate of humankind to the edge. Follow every twist and turn as Virginia and her miracle son Joshua flee from Detroit, pursued by the sinister Luther Bell and his Morning Stars cult. The creator of the series, Randy McKinnon, said that he was inspired by stories from the Bible, in particular the story of the Virgin Mary for this season. I love adaptations of biblical texts, and seeing them brought into a modern context with an amazing voice cast that I already love brings the story to life. Audible is such an easy service to use and listen to. I love taking a drive and popping in an audio series like The Prophecy because sometimes I just really want to know what's going to happen next, and I love how it keeps me company from the car to the park to everywhere in between. Do not miss Kerry Washington and Audible's new must-listen, The Prophecy, Season 2. Go to audible.com/prophecy2, that's the number 2, to start listening today.
Cooler days call for layers that last. Upgrade your wardrobe with substantial pieces that'll keep you warm all season long. One essential I had been missing was a rain jacket. I had been wearing the same one for the past 10 years, and it was time to upgrade. I bought Quince's weatherproof oversized rain jacket in the color Frost because I wanted something that would get the job done but still look sleek and fashionable when I'm walking down the street. Quince has all the pieces that'll turn into your fall uniform. Think $50 Mongolian cashmere sweaters, premium denim that fits like a dream, and luxe outerwear you'll wear year after year. It's the kind of wardrobe upgrade that feels smart, stylish, and effortless. Find your fall staples at Quince. Go to quince.com/online for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/online to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/online.
Hey listeners, hope you're enjoying today's show. If this is your first time listening, then welcome. We are thrilled to have you here. In case you missed it, our show comes out twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays. So make sure you never miss an episode like this past Saturdays on Theo Vaughn and the Dude Bro podcast universe with culture writer Asia Romano.
And we're back. And Candice, I'm just going to dive right into the belly of the beast. We're going to go through these new AI, quote, status symbols together and to see what we think. And I'm quoting status symbols because I actually got that term from a Business Insider piece that is talking about all these bits of merch and products and swag. And in the piece, it says, on the ground, techies are going small. AI heads are crawling for exclusive small batch merchandise to flaunt on X and show just how inner circle they are. And if you think those words are bad, Candice, it is only going to get worse.
All right, let's hear it.
Yeah. I mean, literally every sentence that I had to put together for this research is worse than the last. And we're going to start with the cap that I referenced in the beginning, the thinking baseball caps. It is from Anthropic, aka Claude. The hat was launched as kind of like free merch for people who went to the Anthropic pop-up at Airmail's store. So Airmail is a newsletter. You might be asking, why does it have a store? Don't ask questions, but they have a store in the East Village. Airmail is kind of like, here's how I picture one reads Airmail. One, okay. I'm like in my 40s or 50s. I have a beautiful apartment. And rather than reading the newspaper in bed, I'm reading Airmail, and my husband who works at some type of either lobbying firm or accountancy is bringing me coffee. That's Airmail. And that also is, I would say, kind of how I would describe who I imagine is going to this pop-up for Anthropic. And so if you attended this pop-up, you would get a free hat. But they also had a book, and they had tote bags. They had lots of merch here. And they ran out of hats. They're all gone.
Wow.
You can't get one, Candice, no matter how much you want it.
Thank God. I mean, a genuine question I have is, I didn't know what Airmail was. I actually thought it was related to Daily Mail, which is the newspaper some call Daily Fail. Honest question, do you think there is a Venn diagram between people who read Airmail and people who use Claude or even just, AI in general?
That's a great question because, you know what, I want to say no. But only because I think this pop-up and this merch is making a very clear attempt to create a brand for AI outside of the whole dystopian tech, kind of complicated, unreachable reputation it's probably had before. This whole branding is it looks like a Pinterest board a little bit. Like they're trying to make AI aesthetic and they're trying to make it seem very like sophisticated to use it. And so I think it's no coincidence that they're targeting airmail readers, but I would not necessarily say that before this, airmail readers were hugely AI literate. And so they're trying to, now that there's so many AI companies out there, each AI company seems to be trying to brand itself for like a different type of user. And Claude is being very clear about like what they want to evoke when you are, again, typing, I don't know, give me a grocery list or whatever into ChatGPT. But like if you do it with Claude, you're like a sort of thoughtful philosopher.
There's something kind of French to it. I mean, also, like, there is something about how they're trying to be subtle with the integration, which is the caps say thinking, not Claude.
Right.
That is purposeful.
Right. And it is. It's like a little winky, if you know, you know. If you see another person with a thinking hat, like, it's for AI, but not everyone would. And there's that little bit of exclusivity about it, which is a theme among all of these sort of status symbols, because then there was another sort of token that was handed out. This was from OpenAI, which is behind ChatGPT. They had a dev day. Don't ask me what that is. I can't tell you. But they had a day where OpenAI gave out commemorative plaques.
Okay.
And the entry requirement to receive a plaque was if you purchased 10 billion tokens. And I'm realizing now I'm going to have to look up what that means. Hold on. Let me take a look. I wish this would help. Oh, my God. This is wild. I can't even tell. I'm going to put this on Instagram because...
Okay.
This is like, in The Office when Dwight is explaining Shroot Bucks.
Sure.
That's like what this is.
Yeah.
So it says, tokens are the building blocks of text that OpenAI models process. So I guess tokens are actually what you're entering into the AI. But here they call this the helpful rules of thumb. 1 token equals 4 characters. 1 token also equals 3/4 of a word. 100 tokens equals 75 words. 1 to 2 sentences equals 30 tokens. 1 paragraph equals 100 tokens. And 1,500 words equals 2,048 tokens. What's confusing about that, Candice?
All right. Okay. I'm starting to do a little Google Translate. I'm not even AI, and I think I'm starting to get it. It sounds like these tokens are for power users.
Yes.
So let's say you have a subscription. You're one of those people who use like ChatGPT daily. And they're pretty much counting like your activity of like, oh, if you're a power user who writes like 10 paragraphs a day, let's say that's equivalent to 4 tokens. And over the years you've used ChatGPT, you use it enough that your 4 tokens become like 10 billion tokens. And now this is where you have to do the math of like, how cooked are you if you use ChatGPT enough to get 10 billion
10
tokens?
billion. I mean, I couldn't coherently do the math for that, but that, like, in terms of how much, but that's a lot of talking to AI. Oh, yeah.
That's a lot.
And so, they're basically rewarding their power users. And they gave out these plaques that look, some people get Emmys. But some people spend all day talking to a robot and they get one of these.
Yeah. No, here's the thing. I'm looking at this right now, guys. The best way I can describe this, it's like one of those 1 million subscriber plaques from YouTube, right? But it's trapped inside a frozen bottle of Smirnoff Ice in the back of your uncle's fridge, in the back of his freezer, in the garage. Okay, that is what this looks like.
Yeah, and a lot of people went home with this and they were very proud of it. I personally...
Great.
If I got one of these, and to me, that'd be a wake-up call. But, different strokes, different folks.
Sure.
And then another status symbol is from, and again, now we're getting to companies I haven't even heard of. There's that many AI companies. But this is a company called Cursor. And it seems to be more related to like engineering and code because they gifted some of their, quote, most loyal supporters, I don't know what that means, with tab keys. And so they're like the tab key from a keyboard, but in like a standalone thing. And when you press it, and once it's connected to your keyboard, it auto-completes lines of code.
Bruh.
But only the select loyal few get it. It's just like they want to shorten everything.
Yeah.
Like they don't want anyone to think or do work at all. It's like autocomplete button.
Yeah, I think the thing is, so like I took a look at this tab. Okay, I really think the best way I can describe it is like, you know how a lot of computers don't have like DVD, CD readers anymore? So you have to buy an external one and plug it into the USB. It's giving that vibe. It's a huge tab button that's kind of like connected to your computer. Now, a part of me was like, hold on, do you use tab enough that you just need it like closer to you? Is the convenience the benefit of this? But I really think what it is like, you know, in the pandemic, what started rising was just kind of like really clicky, clacky keyboards that are like loud and they're pink and they're really fun and they're cute. That's what it's giving me. But once again, I just feel like if you're a real programmer who doesn't need to use AI to write code, this is nothing. This is nothing.
No, yeah, it's like it's the portable DVD plugins combined with the Staples Easy button.
Sure.
Like, are you familiar? I can't tell if you're familiar with the Easy button.
The Easy button?
Oh my God.
What is that?
Did you ever see the Staples commercials where they have like a big red Easy button?
Oh, the Easy button that like you click
and
and
like,
it goes,
don't make
that
me
was
feel
easy.
old.
That's right.
Yeah,
no, that's right. No, that's right. In my head, I was spelling it. I was like E-Z, and I was like, is this a key I never had on my keyboard? Yeah.
No, oh my God, no. But that's the thing. I think we should. It's like what you guys want is a little easy button just to press. It's like okay, that's fine. But now you're making it everyone's problem. But so yeah, there's all these things. I'm sure there's more out there. People who are like, the whole point is that you're like in the know. If you know, you know. And then they go on X, Twitter, and they brag about it to whoever is still on X. But then some of these attempts to make AI trendy are infiltrating the real world, which I especially don't like because now I'm being forced to see them. So there is an AI wearable. It is called Friend. Do you know about this, Candice? Have you heard about this?
Oh, man, I haven't, but a part of me wonders if I've seen it.
So last year, the company called Friend, founded by a 22-year-old, pause for that, is supposed to be sort of a solution to the loneliness crisis where you wear the Friend around your neck, it listens to all your conversations, and it talks back to you. It literally is like AI Friend. And it was dystopian when that ad came out because everyone was like, technology kind of created this loneliness crisis and now you're trying to solve it with more technology. Like, why would I do that?
Yeah.
But now they finally launched. And so it is $129. It's like a plastic disc containing a microphone on a necklace. And you wear it around your neck. It's with you at all times. And they've started advertising these on the subway, specifically subway stations. And one station where they've kind of bought out the entire hallway is West 4th. And I literally was there the other day. And it's just all these ads and it just says Friend and it's a picture of the product. And then it has little slogans like, I'll binge the entire series with you, or I'll never bail on our dinner plans, or I'll never leave dirty dishes in the sink.
Yeah, so I hate this. I'll tell you why. First off, this is the most Black Mirror, I'm just going to say it, it's also giving body cam thing I've ever seen. It is supposed to be listening to you at all times. The example that the company gives you of how it's supposed to be useful is like, let's say you just go through a breakup and all of your friends are unavailable to debrief with you immediately. You like touch the disc or hold it up to your ear and you just go like, I just got broken up with. Like, what should I do? And someone talks you through getting home, basically.
I don't want to see anyone touching their disc in public.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't. I actually am realizing that I'm affected because you're in New York, I'm in LA. A few days ago, I was walking down the street past this place called Erewhon.
I've heard of it.
Yeah. Outside of Erewhon, there's this bus stop. And the bus stop had an ad where it was pretty much all white. And that's what I noticed. Very minimal, very negative spacey. At the bottom, in like a bigger font, it says Friend. And it kind of tries to define it. But the thing I noticed is that someone had defaced it. And I don't even think that's the right word. It's just that they had written in their own thing. And it was something about AI. And so in my head, I was like, oh, that's funny. Like, why are they talking about AI when they're talking about friends? And now it is clicking to me what this is, which is this is people being like, you're trying to advertise Friend. It's an AI company. And I hate what you're doing. Let me like write in the negative space.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk all about the vandalism because that is like the part 2 to this whole story. But it's weird. So it's interesting. This is by Erewhon. I feel like we can learn a lot about what these companies are trying to do by like who they're targeting with these things. Yeah. And so, we already talked about like the Claude thinking cap is going for sort of sophisticated liberal elite. But then with these friend ads popping up on West 4th Street, I'll just sort of generally in New York City, West 4th Street is like the collide. One, it's a really big subway, so they get a lot of people, like, won't ignore that. But It is sort of where NYU students and the West Village kind of collide. And that's a really, like college students. I think that's like so, because I feel like that's the generation right now that is being most vocal about this loneliness crisis. And so again, it feels weird and a little predatory that all these sort of college kids going back and forth from class are being pushed this sort of, here's a replacement friend who won't leave dirty dishes in your sink. Like kind of negging real life friendship.
Right. I think what does not help is that like it is predatory. The predator is a 22-year-old guy who dropped out of Harvard. So it's themselves like coming at themselves. They know their audience and they know who would want to like look at this because he probably does as well. And like that is the worst part where it's like it's not even insidious. A part of me is like, damn, is he like a genius almost?
I know, evil genius. And then the last bit of advertising that's been popping up also in a similar area is for ChatGPT. They have a billboard that is up, and it is a picture of just two kind of besties on a set of stairs, both looking at their phone, and it just says ChatGPT, and they're laughing. Like it's giving women laughing alone with salad, except it's these two girls laughing at ChatGPT. It looks like it could be like an Urban Outfitters ad.
I know. I think the first thing to note is that ChatGPT has not only been doing a huge marketing push lately. For example, I'm on Hulu every single day, and they're pumping ads where it's like a guy working out, and then it shows you what he would have prompted ChatGPT and asked in order to make a workout plan. There's no dialogue. It's just visual. But I will note that, like, isn't it so interesting that ChatGPT is using very traditional methods of advertising, like a commercial, like a billboard, something in the physical world to talk about something that is so inhuman. Okay.
Yes. And that's interesting you say that too, because I'm looking at the comments and one of the comments asks, is that image created from ChatGPT? And then the person who posted it goes, no, it was photographed on film. And so it's like,
okay, PTA.
Yeah, old school methods.
Exactly. And I mean, like, just to, like, make that jump as well, like, some of the best commercials I'm thinking of, like, Apple were directed by actual filmmakers like Spike Jonze, right? Like, there was actually a respect for the art of filmmaking that, like, marketing was using, whatever. The other thing I want to say, one of the people in this ad, they're a founder of a company that I guess, like, is a fashion brand that's partnering with ChatGPT, right? Like, ChatGPT using their image, them being like, I'm in this ad, it's so cool. And they wrote in their caption, this is one of those pinch me moments as a founder, to which I say, mama, it is not a pinch me moment, it is a punch me moment. Okay?
Exactly. Aim higher.
Yes.
And yeah, okay. And we're getting into, like, really what sort of overall pisses me off about these marketing attempts, because it's clearly trying to create an aspirational person that customers would then relate to and buy the product, and sort of promise that this product can help you achieve this aesthetic or lifestyle. Except all these lifestyles that they're advertising are things that AI is actively destroying. Like thinking, like I'm an intellectual, it's giving, philosopher, all these things that like AI is trying to replace. Like it is trying to replace the sort of creative process that comes with doing anything. And so to put thinking on a cap to advertise your AI is like kind of a slap in the face. And then again, when you look at this image of like two girls like well dressed on their phone, it's like they're advertising that you and your friends will love this. But as you yourself have admitted with friend, no one has any friends because you destroyed human connection.
Exactly.
It is transparent and disingenuous, because I promise you, if you use Claude, you will not feel like you've suddenly stepped into like a dark academia Pinterest board. Like that is the antithesis of what AI is. And I find it like, how dumb do you think we are that it thinks it can kind of get away with advertising this thing when actually they're advertising something that is a very threat to the aspirational lifestyle that they know we have?
Yeah. And I'll say this. I think, is it not so ironic that probably in the same neighborhood where you're seeing the friend bus stop subway ad, you turn the corner, you see this Chat GPT ad where it's two friends, I guess maybe inferring that Chat GPT brings them together. However, both issues, loneliness in friend and also connecting with Chat GPT, they both claim AI is the solution to both things. However, I would argue that this proves that AI is actually the solution to neither of these things, and is it not the problem, to the point where you have to push it at us.
So I think it's pretty clear how we feel about these things. We hate them, but I want to talk more about how other people in the world are reacting to this after the break.
Today's world is changing so fast that it's easy to feel lost. One thing that can help is amazing mentors. If you're in need of insights that can make your life better, you need Masterclass. I have been loving the class from Ron Findley. He is a gardener, an urban gardener in LA, who was able to take a plot of land near his house and turn it into this community garden that everyone's invited to. With Masterclass, you can learn from the best to become your best. With plans starting at $10 a month, billed annually, you get unlimited access to over 200 classes taught by the world's best business leaders, writers, chefs, and more. Plus, every new membership comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk. Right now, ICYMI listeners get an additional 15% off any annual membership at masterclass.com/online. That's 15% off at masterclass.com/online. masterclass.com/online. This episode is brought to you by Saks Fifth Avenue. The holidays can be a lot of things. Fun, relaxing, heartwarming, and yes, sometimes even a little stressful. That's why I love going to Saks.com, where shopping feels easy and exciting, whether it's for myself, my family and friends, or even the pickiest person on my list. Last time I was on Saks.com, I found so much holiday inspiration. In fact, I found this gorgeous Miu Miu bag that I know that person in my life would love. And the thing is, she has a lot of taste, and so does Saks.com. And I feel confident going into this holiday season knowing that Saks is there to help me find inspiration, curate a holiday wish list, pick out gifts for my loved ones, and have a look ready for whatever might come my way. Whether it's an office holiday party, a cozy night in, or a vacation getaway, Saks has everything I need. If you're looking for shopping to be personalized and easy this holiday season, then head to Saks Fifth Avenue for inspiring ways to shop for everyone on your list. Have you heard of Goldbelly? It's this amazing site where you can get the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants all across the U.S., and they'll ship it anywhere across the country. I ordered a Junior's cheesecake and barbecue from Joe's Kansas City Barbecue from Goldbelly. I just wanted to bring some special treats to my family gathering, and I have to say, the food quality was wonderful. It felt like we were sitting at the restaurant where it was being served. They shipped it to me so fast, so easy, and it was just meaningful because I don't usually get to be in the cities where this food is, and I want to try it so bad, and I got to try it from the comfort of my own home. Whether it's a dish from a one-of-a-kind restaurant or meals from world-famous chefs like Ina Garten, Daniel Boulou, or Jose Andres, Goldbelly has you covered. So if you're looking for that perfect gift or want to impress your friends and family with an epic meal the next time you host, go to goldbelly.com and get 20% off your first order with promo code ONLINE. That's goldbelly.com, code ONLINE for 20% off your first order. And we're back. So here's the deal. Even though you and I both hate what's going on with AI and this merch stuff, crazy, some people not reacting the same. What are you seeing online?
Yeah, that was, I would say, what was most disheartening about this was that when I'm logging on and I'm watching all these things that I'm having like a full body reaction to, in my mind, I'm like, we all feel this way. Isn't this crazy? Ha ha ha. But then I learn, reading this Business Insider article, there are people out there who are loving this. And so I just want to go through some of the things that they told BI or that these people posted online. So when kind of asked about why they like these tokens, one of the people who got one of them said, it's a signal that you're in the know. You're working on the most interesting things. You feel like you're a part of this movement. And so I'm immediately like, okay, this is someone who's drank the Kool-Aid. Like we're not talking to a regular civilian.
Yeah.
This is someone who thinks they're doing God's work.
That's also literally how people described getting the Hailey Bieber smoothie the first weekend it was out at Erewhon. Like, dead ass,
Right.
You don't have to do all this to do all that. What?
Right, yeah. And then another person posted a picture of like the Claude setup at Airmail, and they posted it on Twitter, and they wrote, Anthropic's thinking campaign is just so damn tasteful. It feels like a warm room. The aesthetic is comforting as hell. I kind of get a sense of Claude as AI helping you be you from it. This is what's crazy. It's like, it feels like a warm room. Go in a warm room. We have those.
That's called somewhere where the AC is broken. I read this and I legit was like, this has to be written by AI, but the issue is I don't think AI would let you write the words. I kind of get a sense of Claude as AI helping you be you from it.
Right. And it's also just like, and I hate when you can realize like these are just people who don't realize that the thing that they're feeling good about already exists. I'm like, you're describing what it feels like personally to scroll Pinterest.
And I love Pinterest.
It's like, I think you just want to go on Pinterest. I don't think you need to ruin the environment. Next, another tech co-founder went and got one of these OpenAI token plaques because their company uses it a lot, and so they reached 10 billion.
Sure.
So he told Business Insider that it feels great to get one of these plaques. But on X, he said something that I will never be able to unread, which is because he also has the thinking cap. He's like Pokemon collecting them all.
Wow.
And he wrote on X, thinking cap in the streets, token plaque in the sheets. Vic, I want you to keep that silence in.
Yeah, no, let's let that sit. Let's let that sit.
First off,
rip to my 5 brain cells. How dare you?
Right, and in the sheets, nothing's happening in there for you if you're going around and collecting AI merch.
Oh my God.
And also, what does that mean? What does that mean? Can I be honest? I'd rather you be thinking cap in the sheets. If we're really going to break it down.
Let me ask this question. Would you rather date a guy who literally is wearing a thinking cap in the sheets or hook up with Leonardo DiCaprio, who infamously wears headphones and vapes during his process?
I was like, is she going to go there? I mean, Leo.
Yeah, I did.
Leo.
So I'm telling you, Mr. Co-founder who's so proud of your plaque, this ain't it. This ain't it.
Yeah.
Thinking cap, put it down.
It makes it sound like that plaque will literally like be in bed with you. Like the plaque stays on during sets. You must see that I've done 10 billion words.
Yeah.
But I am heartened to say that for all these people kind of fawning over these pop-ups, there are also people reacting negatively. And Candice, this is something you mentioned earlier, the friend ads. Because yes, they are all over West 4th and beyond. Yes, they are targeting vulnerable college students, but yes, they are fighting back. So I've been, as I said, to West 4th actually a few times and seen these ads. Every single time they have been defaced to all hell. Like they have words are blacked out or people are writing little things on it. And I'll see that people will come back and paint over the words. They'll just write back on it again. Like it is a full game that's happening. And I'll just sort of some of the things people are writing. Because, you know, it'll be like, oh, this AI will watch TV with you. Someone wrote, it doesn't have eyes, bruh, cringe. Or they wrote, AI wouldn't care if you lived or died. Or they're writing suggestions like volunteer with a community garden. You will meet cool people.
That's right.
Or just the straight sort of AI is burning the world around you. Correct. My favorite are the people who are just ripping them off. And then they come right back. They get put back on, rip them off again. It is a really fun back and forth.
I feel like I want to acknowledge that even though we are upset about this, I do think that was the intent of Friends advertising, right? Because let's just be honest, Avi Schiffman is the 22-year-old guy behind this company, and he said that he spent $1 million on these ads. Subway, bus stops in LA and I guess New York. And the thing is, like, there's so much negative space that it almost feels like they wanted you to vandalize them or they wanted you to write something, right?
So The Atlantic, a writer named Mateo Wong, went on a walk with Avi around all these vandalized billboards. And Avi sort of said the same thing. He's like, I love it. This is what I meant. It's free advertising. But then he was also asked, some of this vandalism looks like it all is the same handwriting. They were like, is this you guys? And he said no. He said no, but I think that's a fun conspiracy theory. But I pulled out another quote from this interview, which this doesn't have to do with the ads, but I think it's like illuminating as to why people feel this way. Avi tells Mateo, this is what I said a while ago, but I don't think a lot of people liked it. But I would say that the closest relationship this is equivalent to is talking to a god. He's saying, like, no, it's not trying to replace friends. It's God.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Not my religion.
First off, the fact that he said a god instead of capital G God, pandering. Second,
heathen.
The funniest thing about this guy is that he is almost the Theo Von of tech, where I don't really condone his company's ethos, but for some reason, he gives a lot of kind of interesting one-liners that both say something and nothing about him as a person. So, for example, he talked to Fortune, and he said, quote, "Not everyone wants to be my friend." That's it. That's it. There's no context for that. He just said that.
That's a better slogan for this than what they have right now.
I know. And then he said that the reason why he paid for the Subway ads and he likes where this is going is because he said that he purchased the zeitgeist.
No.
Did he?
No.
Did he?
It's like a we're laughing at you, not with you type thing.
100%. And here's the thing that like almost kind of makes things more complicated. The reason why Avi is kind of like, I guess you could say, a wonderkin to his investors or whatever is because when he was 17 years old, he created the worldwide COVID-19 tracking site to the point where Dr. Fauci, awarded him Person of the Year at the Webbies.
See, that's very like Clickhole or The Onion, worst person you know, just made a great point. It's like, listen, you are capable of good. Why are you doing this for bad?
And you chose not to. Yeah. Here's the thing. I mean, maybe we should even get into the merits of Friend, which is just the fact that, like, this is a hilarious device that is so what Black Mirror has taught us over multiple seasons not to fall into. In fact, I just wanted to take my time here and give a true reaction to what I think is a better choice than paying $129 for Friend, okay? Now, the example that Friend gives us in terms of, like, why this is useful, because they're like, oh, yeah, like, what if you break up with someone at, like, 9 a.m. on a Tuesday and you have no one else to talk to? First off, congrats, your friends are employed. Second, here's what you do, and here's what I've done. You go to a place where no one knows your name, but everyone's there just to hang. And that, my friends, is called the Cheesecake Factory, okay?
You could have given me 1,000 guesses.
Multiple choice, and the answer was Z. Okay, here's the deal. I once came off a bad date, and I had no one really to, like, go see for a few hours, so I went to the Cheesecake Factory, sat at the bar, watched the Red Sox game. It was great. And I ordered myself just a regular-ass Diet Coke. And you know when bartenders ask you, like, how are you? Here's the deal. You have the option, right, to say, like, I'm fine, or you have the option to be honest. And that day I chose honest, and I had all the bartenders lining up around me, hearing my sob story of my horrible date. They were so kind. They were telling me their advice. They were like, that guy ain't shit. Like, this, it was actually one of my favorite moments to come up out of this. And guess what? They paid for my Diet Cokes because they said, yes, we see you. We see
AI
you.
Can't do that. Your AI friend can't do that. And actually, we will move on. But just while we're shitting on this thing, I'll share this tweet in our Instagram because it really made me laugh. It turns out you can't turn it off.
Now.
And it is always listening. And so someone posted a tweet being like, how do I turn this off? And they put it in a Tupperware to try and, like, basically stop it from constantly listening. And I was thinking it's giving Furby in your closet, where it's like sometimes I would hear these horror stories because, as my parents, who are probably listening, know, it is a forever grudge they never got me one. But they would cite this as a reason, which is apparently they can, like, go haywire and they just would be going off in the closet and you couldn't get it to shut up. This is just the new version of that, except it's also surveying your every move.
Yeah, I don't want this in my life.
But yeah, people in there are safe places, like over on Substack, which is like largely anti-AI, on their notes feature, which is basically their own Twitter. People have strong thoughts about this. And Nikita Walia, she's a really great writer on that platform. And she posted, I want more for us than thinking a free hat is the best marketing ever. Because yes, I agree with this. I feel like people who I never heard say a peep about AI were coming out of the woodwork to be like, oh my God, cute hat. And it's like, I need your threshold, your standards to be higher about like the direction humanity is going in. Like, I really need our beliefs to be firm enough in sort of the future we want for society, to be firm enough that they can't be threatened by something as small and transparent as a free hat. Like, yeah. I need the offer for the sort of humanity destroying product to be a little bit better than free hat if you're going to abandon all your morals for it.
Right. And the thing is, you may not see it, but all of that free merch has terms and conditions because I think AI companies are trying to push this like unique merch era right now as a callback to when tech companies were giving out like free T-shirts willy-nilly. Mm-hmm. You remember this, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think if I had any. I have a TikTok notebook.
I mean, look, I have Google socks. I have Snapchat mugs for no reason. By the way, the mugs suck. So there's that.
That's sad. Oh, actually, wait, I literally have a Twitch tote bag.
Exactly.
And so who am I? I'm no better, but at least, I think I would say that I would rather support Twitch than a friend who's around your neck and surveys your every move.
Exactly. Like, here's the thing. My favorite thing to do when I visit San Francisco is I love to go into thrift stores in like the Mission District, and I love to just count how many tech company shirts, sweatshirts, socks, etc., hats have been donated, because to me, it's a symbol not only of the amount of waste that these companies have put into these cities and just the amount of like hoarded, empty merch that they pushed as a reward for working for these lifeless companies that laid off all their workers. But I think it is also a symbol of how being in tech, working for a startup, working for an AI startup, using AI, enough to get a token for it, a plaque for it. This shit is not cool anymore. Mm-hmm. Like, how many people do you meet who say that their husband mysteriously works for an AI startup and yet they cannot tell you a name of what the startup is or what they do? Happens to me every week.
Well, there's also the irony of like AI is destroying the environment. And
yes,
not only is that happening in terms of, just sort of in the ether, but now for sure, these hats and these plaques are going to end up in landfills as also like tangible reminders of how sort of disposable all this is to them.
Exactly. And the reason why this like flooding of merch is a little different from the flooding of merch that Google and Facebook and all these places would do like 10 years ago is because at least now these AI companies are using traditional marketing methods because they don't even have to care about like bringing humans together or making the world a better place. AI is inherently inhuman. Therefore, these are all distractions. These hats, these merch, these plaques, they're all distractions. And when you feel like you're being distracted, you need to ask, what are you being distracted from? Okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And speaking of humans, that's the most tenuous segue I've ever pulled off, but I think I'm pulling it off. Speaking of humans, Candice, you have some human news to announce.
I have some human news, and this was not written by AI, okay?
No.
So the news is that this Saturday will be my last episode on ICYMI. After almost 3 years, probably more than 250 episodes, I am leaving the show. I started all the way back in May 2023 with my other co-host, Rachel Hampton. And Rachel really shepherded me through like the wild world of internet culture and specifically like what it means to host a podcast about it. And I came from a producer background. And I have to say, I just did not think at the time I would be a host because like I was 26 years old. I was a kid. And then all of a sudden I get to play ball with someone like Rachel, who I've always admired as a writer from afar at a place like Slate, where like a lot of great writers and journalists have stopped by and worked with us. I remember my audition episode was about Emma Chamberlain, which is very fitting. I actually just went to Chamberlain Coffee last week. Interesting.
Oh, I saw your hot take on your Instagram story.
It wasn't that good. Anyway, and then my first like actual episode was about like Ice Spice and whether she was an industry plant, which is really funny because I haven't heard a hit from her since. Anyway,
you ruined her.
That's right. Anyway, my final episode will be this Saturday. I don't have any next chapter to announce yet, but my plan is I'm probably gonna, rest and take a pottery class and travel, see my friends, spend time with my family. So yeah, I hope you all listen to my last episode, which will be on Saturday.
Yes. And yeah, it'll be a classic goodbye episode all about Candice. And just to sort of get it out there already, I told Candice this earlier, I am avoidant attachment. So just keep that in mind with sort of how this episode's going to go. Because also, Candice, it is not goodbye because I'm going to be in LA next month.
That's right.
And we will get a mid-Chamberlain coffee.
And Erewhon, of course. Okay, that's the show. We'll be back in your feed on Saturday, so definitely subscribe. That way, you never miss an episode. Leave us a rating and a review in Apple or Spotify, and tell your friends about us. You can follow us on Instagram at ICYMI_pod, and you can always drop us a note at ICYMI@slate.com.
ICYMI is produced by Vic Whitley-Berry, Candice Lim, and me, Kate Lindsay, with help for this episode from AC Valdez. Daisy Rosario is our senior supervising producer, Mia Lobel is Slate's executive producer of podcasts, and Hillary Fry is Slate's editor-in-chief. See you online.
Or allegedly vandalizing an AI billboard. This episode is brought to you by Saks Fifth Avenue. The holidays can be a lot of things. Fun, relaxing, heartwarming, and yes, sometimes even a little stressful. That's why I love going to Saks.com, where shopping feels easy and exciting, whether it's for myself, my family and friends, or even the pickiest person on my list. Last time I was on Saks.com, I found so much holiday inspiration. In fact, I found this gorgeous Miu Miu bag that I know that person in my life would love. And the thing is, she has a lot of taste, and so does Saks.com. And I feel confident going into this holiday season knowing that Saks is there to help me find inspiration, curate a holiday wish list, pick out gifts for my loved ones, and have a look ready for whatever might come my way. Whether it's an office holiday party, a cozy night in, or a vacation getaway, Saks has everything I need. If you're looking for shopping to be personalized and easy this holiday season, then head to Saks Fifth Avenue for inspiring ways to shop for everyone on your list.
And Doug.
Here we have the Limu Emu in its natural habitat, helping people customize their car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. Fascinating. It's accompanied by his natural ally, Doug.
Limu? Is that guy with the binoculars watching us?
Cut the camera. They see us.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.